I walked out my back door this morning, watched a dolphin roll through the canal, and I thought, this is Tuesday. Not a vacation, not a special occasion, a regular Tuesday morning on Merritt Island. So here's what I've noticed after living and working on the water here in Florida's Space Coast. People don't just move here and buy a house. They change. Their pace slows down. They sleep better. They spend more time outside. They stop talking about wanting a different life, and they just have that different life. And it's not random. There's actually science behind why living near the water does that to people. There's also a real investment case for why waterfront property in Brevard County specifically is worth paying attention to right now. So in this video, I'm covering 3 things: the mental health research behind what scientists call the blue space, the numbers behind waterfront real estate on the Space Coast, and what the day-to-day lifestyle actually looks like when you live here. Whether you're an investor looking for a vacation rental potential, a family thinking about relocating, or someone who's been saying, someday I want to live by the water. For the last 10 years, this video is for you. I'm Carrie Leota, a waterfront specialist here on Florida's Space Coast. I live on a canal in Merritt Island, and I run a private Facebook group called Moving to Brevard County, Florida. It's a community where people ask questions, share what they know, share what they've learned, and get real information about what it's like to actually move here. So if that sounds useful, just scan that QR code on the screen right now. There's a body of research behind what scientists call the blue space. That's any environment near water, rivers, lakes, ocean, even canals. A large-scale study published in the journal Health and Place found that people who live within a kilometer of the coast report significantly better mental health than people who live further inland. The researchers accounted for things like income, so the results weren't about who could afford to live near the water. The mental health benefit showed up on its own. This wasn't a small sample. This was data from over 26,000 people. And a separate study out of the University of Exeter found that people who spend their time near water reported higher well-being and lower stress than those in urban green spaces. Now, why is that? A few things are happening here. 1. Sensory regulation. The sound of moving water lowers your cortisol. Your nervous system literally calms down when it hears water. That's neuroscience. 2. Movement. People who live near water move more. They walk more, kayak, swim, and they fish. Physical activity and mental health are directly linked. The water creates natural motivation to be outside and be active. And then there's something about walking up to the same water every day that grounds you. The light changes, the wildlife shows up, the boats go by. It gives your day a natural anchor that's hard to explain until you've lived it. I've had clients tell me that their anxiety came down after moving here. One client told me she stopped needing her sleep medication about 6 weeks after moving to her canal home. I'm not making medical claims, but she wasn't the first person to tell me something like that. The research backs it up. Living near water is just good for your brain. Now let's talk money, because if you're here, you probably also want to know if waterfront property is a smart investment. Short answer, yes. Here's the longer version. In Brevard County, waterfront homes consistently command 20 to 40% more premium over comparable non-waterfront homes in the same neighborhood. That holds nationally, but what makes the Space Coast interesting is that we still have waterfront inventory priced well below what you'd pay in Miami, Tampa, or Sarasota. But the gap is closing fast. Here's what's driving it. Brevard County is home to the Kennedy Space Center and Patrick Space Force Base. The aerospace and defense sectors here are booming. SpaceX, Blue Origin, Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and dozens of contractors are all operating or expanding here. That means a growing high-income workforce moving into the county, and they want to live near the water. Meanwhile, retirees continue to move to Florida for the tax structure. No state income tax, favorable property tax exemptions, and no tax on retirement income. And when they have the choice, they choose the water. So what does that mean for you? If you buy a waterfront home here today on the canal, the Banana River, a deep water lot off the intercoastal, you're buying into a market with demand that is not slowing down. For investors, short-term rental performance on the Space Coast is strong. Properties near Port Canaveral, Cocoa Beach, and Banana River draw consistent vacation rental traffic because of the cruise industry, the space launches, surf tourism, and the beach. A well-positioned waterfront property in this market can generate significant annual rental income. So here's what I want you to know before you go down that road. Because the numbers only work if you have the full picture, many waterfront properties in Brevard County sit in FEMA flood zones. Get a flood zone determination and an insurance quote before you fall in love with anything. That annual premium matters for your bottom line. And then we have seawall conditions. Replacements can run to $1,000 per linear foot. Always get an independent inspection. And HOA rules on short-term rentals can vary by community. I check this for every investor client before we write an offer. And if you want to talk through the numbers on a specific property or area, reach out because that's exactly what I do. Okay, let's get off the spreadsheet for a minute because this part is my favorite. Here's what a Tuesday looks like when you live on the water in Brevard County. You wake up, maybe throw a line in off your dock before work. Redfish, snook, and trout are common in the Indian River Lagoon, one of the most biodiverse estuaries in North America. You're not fishing a pond, you're fishing a live ecosystem. After work, you take your kayak out on the Banana River. No motorized boats allowed in large sections, so it's quiet. Manatees, dolphins, bald eagles along the shoreline. On the weekend, you load up the boat and go. Port Canaveral is right there. You're one inlet away from the Atlantic if you're on the Banana River side. You can be offshore ocean fishing very quickly, depending on the water depth and the bridge clearance on your route. And yes, we always talk about that up front with boating clients. Cocoa Beach is a 15-minute drive from most of Merritt Island. Restaurants on the water, jetty park, the pier, boat up to spots, kayak tours through the mangroves. Community-wise, Brevard County has a strong water culture. Waterfront neighborhood events, boat races on the river, fishing tournaments, and space launch watch parties from the dock, which never gets old. You can watch a rocket launch from your backyard here. That alone is something. For families, the schools in Merritt Island are strong. Merritt Island High School has a well-regarded academic program, and the broader Brevard public school system includes some of the top magnet and STEM programs in the state. So for retirees here, the pace here is real. It's not a manufactured retirement community. It's a living, working waterfront town where people actually know each other. The community is active and genuinely friendly. So let me bring it home. If you're thinking about making a move, whether you want a vacation rental investment, a home for your family, or a place to finally slow down, here's what I want you to take away. The mental health case for living near water is documented and it's real. It lowers stress, improves sleep, and changes how you move through the world. Waterfront real estate in Brevard County is still underpriced relative to comparable Florida coastal markets, and the demand drivers here are aerospace, military, retirees, and tourism. They're all pointing in that same direction, and the lifestyle is not just about what the water looks like from your window. It's about what it lets you do every single day. If you want to talk, I'm easy to reach. Call or text. My information is in the description. And if you're researching Brevard County, come to my private Facebook group. Just scan the QR code on the screen now to join Moving to Brevard County, Florida, and I'll see you in the next video.